Alright, we should be recording. I see the file. Things might be a little weird, like I'm also Audacity to check on that. But I am doing this on actually building it was really easy. But I can figure that today for this stuff I will talking about that. And while yes, I can myself, going medieval, which is something early access says there was provided. He was quirks to it, like one that I'm actually kind of looking at right now that I'm going to ask Framework about because it doesn't seem like it's. Sorry, mouse I normally use needs that. It doesn't like if it's on that. Okay, so it says you're connected. Okay, good, you are. But I'm going to try to use the pocket mouse anyway. I got other surfaces I can put on my leg. Yeah, so no, one thing that is kind of weird, and I want to reach out to Framework about it because it is like not what I think anyone would expect. So I got the RGB keyboard, and I also got the number pad, which has white LEDs. The only thing is that these white LEDs actually look purple. Now that might be that it's just like how it's coming through the plastic, but it's still, if I set the, like, I had to adjust the lighting of the keyboard, the main keyboard portion, not the numpad. I adjusted that to be purple, to be more purple, so they match. Because if I have it set to just be white, it does, they clash. So yeah, I do want to reach out to them and find out about that, because that's I'm sorry. You say white LEDs. I expect it to be white and matching the white of the keyboard. It's yeah. There's also some other weirdness with the firmware that it's QMK. In theory, I can work with that, but I don't want to mess with it just yet, because you don't. It's not mainlined yet in the QMK firmware. Yeah. So just have to figure that out. Like I'd like to wait until it is mainlined, then I may incorporate. Then I may start trying to have it compile and all that. Compiling it myself. Um, I haven't done much to really push the performance, but I haven't noticed anything wrong. One thing that is a little bit annoying, and I actually did see a review mentioning it. I think this all looks fine. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I didn't realize I can't extend this further out. Ow. I didn't go down far enough, so I actually started opening that up. Anyway, I did see one review mentioning it, that when it does the switch between the integrated graphics and the discrete GPU, because I did get the GPU module. Sleep. When it does that, it does itch for a bit, and that it is annoying. It is definitely annoying, but I get that's how it is. And do I expect to be doing recordings on this? Yes, like I am doing now. And there's some other stuff I am looking forward to doing. I haven't done yet. But while that, well, sorry, why did I say recordings? I mean, that is true. What I said was true. But what I meant was doing gaming on this. Once it swaps, then it's fine. So I don't think it's going to be that. Actually, hang on. Does that come through? Hang on. I have the Windows Power Toys turned on, and it just like did the thing where if you hit there. No, it doesn't. Okay. Where it just highlights where the mouse is on the screen, which actually does come in handy for me. Because the screen, the mouse is just small enough on the screen, but it's also, I have the brightness turned all the way down. It is still brighter than I need it to be. It genuinely is. So, and that makes it easy for the white mouse to vanish for me. So actually that is a useful feature, for me. Mainly, I mean, the fancy zones for that would be nice eventually, but it's, you have entertainment. Let me just see what. I don't know why. Well, maybe because it's technically an installed game. Oh, you know what? That actually would be a good thing to try to. It does seem like there's nothing unless we push all the way up to distilling. So, okay, I will try to get that going. Yeah, so the swapping between them shouldn't be too annoying, because it isn't like that's something that should be turning on, turning off, turning on, turning off. But it is still, it's uncomfortable anytime a computer just freezes. I always find that uncomfortable. But at least in theory, that may be a driver thing where it's like there can be a software fix for that eventually. Maybe I should actually put down stuff to heat this, but I'm not so concerned about that. One thing I want to mention, and I will definitely try to talk about it in the write-up. So I mentioned how this keyboard has this like that. So there's, I don't remember how wide technically it is, but keyboard is a large monitor. Not that is meaning that there's small, like when you It is entertainment right there. Maybe I just need to put down more. I mean, yeah, I've got up here. Let's see. Wait. Oh, there we go. Just, that's right. I had that thought of building an actual, just like shrine location. Where did I want to do that? It does seem fair to try to do it over here where I have the buildings. Let me just see. Okay, so that's like the same size. One thing I am missing, because I'm plugged directly into the laptop for the headphones, I'm missing that I can't turn down the volume on the headphones and have the laptop still at its whatever its volume is. I actually just realized that. Whoa, you are kidding me. No wonder it's so quiet there. Damn. It's at 25%, but it is so loud in my headphones. Oh man. I mean, in theory, I could have it. The amp that I use on the desktop has Bluetooth. In theory, I could have a laptop go there, then plug into the amp. I don't really want to do it that way, but wow, I did not realize it was that set that quiet because it is actually pretty loud in my ears. Wow. All right. No, I'm gonna put it over here. Um, too many times when I have looked at things with it, I do notice a my brain is turning off. Um, a loss of detail compared to 265. So yeah. Okay, who is this? Cedric. Okay. So you're good to come in here. You are a restitutionist. What is this? It's Oak Brethren. That's restitutionist. So. Okay. And one thing is, of course, I don't know the settings minus 15 dB is actually pretty loud. You are doing it. Okay, yes. And there. Jobs. Yeah. Yes. Oh, actually, you can see that's well. Yeah, I'll let this be 4 because of the stars. Technically, it should be those. It really would be a good thing if this offered something that'd be automatic. Where, oh, you're at this skill level? Okay, automatically do this. Because it's hard to just go by what it looks like or having to mouse over and just pick out the number. gotta be joking. I had herbs. Oh wait, no, they are still. I was about to be so mad. Okay, no, they were working on walls, but we'll get the roofs in. It's kind of funny they're not putting in the illumination. I thought I'd... I thought I put them there because I had the torch. Wait, no, that's... Because I can do that, so there's some more, but I don't know why they're complaining. I'm trying to think. It is nice that I haven't done much to really show it off, though. That this is the first display I have on this laptop that supports adaptive, variable refresh rate, specifically FreeSync. That's nice. It's up to 165 hertz, I think. It technically is also an HDR display, but I don't know if I have anything that... Well, yes, there should be some games. But it's like, I don't know if I have anything to really let me see the impact of that. Yeah, whatever. I'm okay with that. Oh, one thing I can mention that I definitely do like is having the physical switches for both the microphones and the webcam. So right now the webcam is turned off. The microphone is obviously on, you're hearing. But yeah, I do have the webcam turned off. And I don't know how much I may end up using it. And by that I just mean there are some things I want to do, some recordings that it would be appropriate for me to be using a webcam, but generally I don't care to share what I look like. It's just... That actually doesn't look too bad. Okay. Not too concerned with temperature. Yeah, just to, know what to do. Alright, where do I want to throw down the environment bed? I don't know. I just like the idea of having it, though. it's like, is that the headphones connected? Mhm. Mhm. Mm. Um, it's interesting. What else? It's wishes I should be starting with. Um, it's actually reminding me one thing as well. There. Yep. Because I do have I did pull that over the thumbnail. Wait, is that the right thumb? Should be. Put that down. Sorry, just clearing some email stuff. So yeah, I am happy with the laptop. There are some quirks like I mentioned with the LEDs. Um, oh, one thing, and this may sound weird, but it actually is something that I do like. So the power brick for it, the charger for it, doesn't have any permanently attached cables on it, which I do like that. And you might be like, wait, why does that matter? So on one side it has the three-prong connection going in, and the other side is a USB-C port that it offers 180 watt USB power delivery. The laptop is actually capable of 240 watts. It's just you don't have a charger at that. But I like the fact that you can unplug both cables for two reasons. One is I think that helps with portability. The other is um, I have a spare three-prong cable from an old HP laptop that died over 10 years ago now. Um, and I just pulled out the cable from my previous laptop, which was two-prong, replaced it with that. So now I've got a cable that can stay permanently at the desk, and I have the cable that came with the laptop, with the framework laptop, that can be in a bag whenever I take the laptop somewhere. So that actually I do like, because those cables, I mean, if you've had other laptops, it's possible that you have some and some lying around. But yeah. So no, I do kind of like that. I'm still not the biggest fan of USB-C for USB power delivery. It's just a concept. I that is basically a. I get that they're trying to make USB-C a one port to rule them all thing, but it's like USB-A still has some advantages to it. I know, oh, you can't reverse it. Yeah, but it's a more robust connector. It is a physically larger, sturdier connector. Um, so that really does count for a lot, and it's also the dominant form of USB. Um, yeah. So, and I'm not saying that as a they should just do the power delivery over USB-A. That would be nice. But I just mean that I feel like C was basically the whole XKCD comic, where it's like, oh, I'm going to make a new standard that envelops all these other ones, and it's just another new standard. It hasn't actually enveloped anything. Oh, and that does actually remind me of one thing. So there's a total of 6 ports that you can put expansion cards into on the Framework 16. The Framework 13 has 4, 2 on each side. This is 3 on each side. The backmost one, so the closest to the screen is USB 4.0. The next one is USB 3.2. Then the frontmost one is USB 3. I'm pretty sure that I know it's USB 4 and then 3.2. I don't remember where I saw. Oh, no, here it is. Oh, no, they are both. Okay, so it's USB 4 all the way back, and then the other two are USB 3.2. I thought it was 3. When I tried putting the HDMI adapter into the frontmost, it didn't work. When I tried putting it in the middle one, it did work. So that is something you may, if you were to get one of these, you may want to consider with some of the ports. Like if you put one in, it's like, wait, why is that not working? Try changing. That may fix it. And putting it into a different one. It's only the back two. I'm just looking at the diagram that they share. The back two, so the middle one and the one closest to the screen are the only two on either side. So there's total 4 that can be used for charging. It does say. Um, yeah, I don't really know what more to say than that. So yeah, there are some quirky things there. But it is just I genuinely have been happy with it. Um, I'm just, I guess one other thing to mention, there's something I will be mentioning in the write up. So everything is either, like all the modules are either toolless, or at least for all the ones I deal with, or it comes with a screwdriver that has the right bit there. And I think it's a bit that I have in my iFixit kit that I've had for however many years. Um, but it's like that bit is all you need for anything else. So when I removed the mid plate thing that separates like the keyboard from the internals, I needed to use that. I needed to use the bit when I was putting in the storage drives. RAM just snapped in as you'd expect. I didn't try going to any other module. I didn't need to. And I didn't really want to risk doing anything wrong. But all the modules on the top, and also the expansion module, expansion cards. So that's what I was just talking about with the USB stuff. Those are all toolless. So like there are locks, so I can just like undo a lock and then pull out the trackpad. I can pull out the keyboard. I can pull out the number pad. I can pull out the two dummy slots. I can on both sides there are locks for the USB things. I can do, and actually I could do that right now. Like I could just pull one out right now. I don't want to, but it is possible for me to do so. So that's kind of nice. Um, so it's basically for me, because I'm probably not going to change out anything for years, at least as far as the internals go. But I could see maybe changing out keyboard stuff. I'm not the happiest that they are using smaller sized arrow keys. I am constantly bumping the wrong key or just missing a key. So it would be nice if they offered a full size version of the keys there. So which yes, I wouldn't entail having to shorten the shift key. I'm okay with that. I would like that as an option. Maybe we'll see that at some point. I would also really like, they had talked about having like an not OLED. Actually, they may have offered that, but like an e-ink screen that would be like in the size of the number pad. Because of how I was talking earlier about where I place my hands when I type, the two dummy cards on the trackpad level, I don't actually run into those. My hand is like next to them, so it's like, even though yes, there is a seam there, I don't feel it. I don't move my hand across that. So that actually, legitimately, the placement for the stuff with the trackpad is perfect for me. But that does mean that like an e-ink display could go right there beneath where I have the number pad very comfortably. Or I could even, I think I can actually put the number pad down and then in theory have that up. I don't remember if the number pad can or cannot be lower down like that. And I don't feel like, hang on, there's there's a GIF showing how you put these things in. It's just going kind of fast. It actually might not work. Because I'm just looking and it does seem that um yeah, I think that might be the, well, there might be one down there. Where the pins are for connect, I can just do this. Okay, no, there are not connection spots at the base, so it's like you'd have to put it in upside down. So I did just unlock and slide out the two dummy things, and the only mechanism that they connect to is to physically hold them in place. So I couldn't like take the number pad module and put it down unless I could somehow like flip it upside down, which would kind of defeat some stuff. And even then, I don't think it would quite work. No, because the connection spots would actually not align. So that actually is one way you cannot change things, which is actually a shame. It would be nice if you could. But still, I just did that. Laptop has no problem with my doing that because that is, I mean, the dummy cards, they're not electrically connected to anything, but it didn't disrupt the trackpad, didn't disrupt anything else. And I'm pretty sure it is, these modules are all hot swaps such that you can just pull them out when you wish. Without issue. I still wouldn't recommend doing that. I don't think there's a need to do that. But yeah. But I know I did that. So the expansion cards, those are actually just USB-C on the inside, and these things just connect to that. So in theory, like the USB-C cards are just like a a completely passive PCB, just running wires straight through. USB-A would be a little bit more complicated because having to bump around a little bit to hit the right keys. DisplayPort would basically be straight because that's going to be used straight through because that's going to be using the DisplayPort alt channel in USB-C, but the HDMI will have some components there to convert the signal. The Ethernet will have to will have to have a special hardware to do the conversion of the audio. We'll also have to do the same. Micro SD, yeah. Well, that's basically just an integrated reader, but I have the page open, so it's the different ports that it's listing. There are more to come. USB-C, USB-A, HDMI, DisplayPort don't have that. Ethernet have that. A 250 gig and 1 terabyte drive that fits in there. Don't have either of those. Micro SD don't have those. Audio have one of those. They are working on a full-size SD, which that I would like. So when that's available, may grab that. But I'm also just like the specs for the display. It does say it's anti-glare, and yeah, I have to agree with that. I've not noticed any glare in it that's meaningful. Yeah, FreeSync 165 hertz refresh rate says 9 millisecond rise and fall time. I have no way of verifying that. 500 nit. I don't know if that's peak or not, but I mean, as I said earlier, it is actually brighter than I need. If I could turn down the backlight further, I would. 1500 to 1 contrast ratio. Okay, I'll believe that. 100% DCI-P3 coverage. That's nice. And like legitimately, that's the thing for HDR I'm more interested in is the wider contrast, wider color dynamic range, not luminous dynamic range. That doesn't. I don't care. As I said, my eyes, I'm good with these things so dim. I don't need it to be able to go super bright. I really don't. Yeah. I can't really think of anything else to mention about this. When I'm doing the write-up, I'll hopefully have more to talk. Well, I should have more to talk about. I just saw something. Oh yeah. One thing that is, at least to me, a little bit funny. I did go with 32 gig for the laptop, which means that now all three of my systems, my desktop has been 32 gig from the beginning. The test system, when I put in the 5800X3D, I updated its memory, so it is at 32 gig. But both desktop and test system are DDR4, so this is DDR5 at 32 gig. That's nice. I don't exactly know how much how big an impact that is. Yeah. So anyway, I will stop this so I can get stuff processing because I also have to be like leaving in a few minutes for a errand. There we go. Don't you hate it when that happens? Anyway, so yeah, I will possibly also use this to record next week. We shall see. And also next week, maybe I will run a cable over so that I can use the nice microphone with it. In theory, I can do that. It's just not high on my priority list to get that figured out. Yeah. See you next time.